Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Victor Wembanyama is an all-time great. He had a triple-double. Victor Wembanyama. Okay, I'm going to give him his props. He had a good game. And I know the subs always get on me when Victor has a good game because I get on him for having a bad game. But the fact remains, we need this guy to be consistent. Nothing's really changed with this guy until he's consistent. And when we say consistent, when we're talking about, you being consistent, I don't know how else to explain this. It's weird. Like, I still don't like the fact that he is shooting half of his shots from the three. Are you happy about that? I think it's ridiculous. Do they need to bring in a center or what? Because look, if this guy plays against Joker or AD, he's gonna get dominated. Right now he acts like he's a forward, a small forward, a stretch three, shooting threes. That's what he's playing like. He ain't playing like no center. So no center is going to take half their shots from three. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. This guy got to be consistent, man. That's all it is. There's no, in the way he plays his game, there's no way he can be consistent. He can't. Shooting half of his attempts is from three. So that's hard for Curry to be consistent as a great shooter. So I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to watch a guy, shooting under 50%. That's a 7-footer. That's insane. And that's mostly because he's shooting all these threes. So we'll see what happened. He had a good game against Sacramento. I don't know what the hell happened to Sacramento this year. You would have thought that, they got Fox, they got Sabonis, DeFrozen. You would think that'd be a top 3 team in the West. I don't know. But somebody got at me and they said, oh, man, it's fair. It's fair because I said the Lakers are going to win the in-season tournament again. They got an easy schedule, which they kind of did. But give props to OKC. They showed up. And Phoenix beat them in one game. So when I saw Phoenix and I saw, who was that? Ain't the Jazz in there? And I saw the Spurs, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, they beat the Spurs twice, right? So, or was it one time? I forget. I thought it was 2 times. And then I saw OKC, Chet Holmgren, he go down with a injury. I was like, oh goodness. And I thought it would be more of the same. So that's what most people thought too, that they lined this thing up for the Lakers. And we see now, anytime that the Lakers play any kind of competition, they can't do it, man. They basically done got whooped by all the good competition. And maybe not. If LeBron would come off the bench, LeBron would take less shots. They played offense through AD. Look, if you play that offense through AD, who's going to stop him? Nobody. You play the offense through AD, and then if they try to double him, you just kick it out. You got Connect, you got Reeves. They leave LeBron open to shoot threes. You got a whole slew of guys that can shoot the three out there. If they're wide open, whoever's doubling, their guy's going to be wide open. And I heard they're trying to make D'Lo the scapegoat now. They say he ain't been having a good season. I don't know, man. Maybe it was a curse. He dyed his hair or whatever like that. But I had already said a long time ago. I said that Connect was going to be starting. I already knew that. And they're not going to go nowhere. They got a pretty solid team. But the Lakers, LeBron's got to get his stats. The problem is when we look at that compared to most other superstars that, got to get their stats like Joker, Giannis, Luka, all these other top guys. Guess what? They're not old. They can get their stats and not hurt the team. Right? They know the limits. Joker ain't gonna be out there launching out 9 threes a game. LeBron shot 9 threes. I mean, like, at what point do you stop and say, look, I'm not shooting no more threes because I'm 0 for 5 right now? Nope. This man went 0 for 9. That's crazy. And now his 3-point percentage is now down to 35%. Remember, at one point, it was something crazy, like 43%. It stayed 43% for a long time. And then it stayed 40% for a long time. That thing's all the way down to 35%. Wow, not even. Is it 35%? Or was it 38? It might be 38. I think I was looking at Wemby's. Yeah, it might be 38. But still, and it might go further than that. Might go lower than that, kids. So LeBron, he just out there playing for money, man. He's just out there playing for money. And like Sports and Fitness Rant said in a video, what the hell are these guys really playing for today? If this is the effort that they're giving today, this is the style of basketball that they're playing, what about the next generation? What will they be playing? It's almost like the music industry. This is the type of music you guys are putting out today. So what about in 5 to 10 years? What kind of music are they going to put out then? Because people ain't using their own voice. The beats have no harmony, no soul, no nothing in them. The music. I ain't talking about the people who singing or rapping. I'm talking about the music is dead. It's like dead music. And some of this stuff just coincides with each other. And what are they going to do about the NBA? It's horrible right now. What are they going to do in the next 5 to 10 years? How are those guys going to play? So everybody's just sitting around the 3-point line? This is nuts. I just don't know where you go from here. And the fact is, nobody's pushing back. And you know why nobody's pushing back? Because they can make this money and do less. They can make. I don't believe they're making none of this money. You got to be. You just gonna have to convince me a dying product with no viewers and the viewership is going down the drain. These guys, especially since the 2020s, these guys are making record-breaking contracts. How? They had record-breaking ratings in the 90s, and these guys couldn't hardly get no money. They did more and got paid less, but these guys do less and get paid more, and nobody's watching it. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Even if it was enough money coming in, enough revenue, still enough money with all the viewership ratings going down, or the viewership, whatever, still the teams would be like, we're not giving you all this money. Or nobody's watching it. We're going to be bankrupt in the damn future. Why would I give you all this money and you're not showing up to work? See, what that tells you is that the owners, if these guys are making all this money, they're pissing in the eyes of the fans. That's what the owners are doing. In the NBA in general, right? Pissing in the eyes of the fans. But nobody can't make me believe they make this kind of money. No, nobody. What would warrant it? I don't know. What would warrant them making this kind of money? What would it be? I hate when people say, "Oh man, you count their money, man. They deserve it." No, they don't. No, they don't. Do you think you make anywhere close to what you deserve for the company you work for, the $1 billion company? The hundreds of millions of dollars a company? Let's stop, man. Let's stop. We all know these guys are overpaid for playing a child sport. That's the reality of it. A kid's sport. That's what they play. They're overpaid. Not these guys. Not just these guys. Every era was overpaid. And people are like, oh man, the 60s weren't making money like that. They was making good money for the times. It was making good money. But I'm not trying to say they didn't deserve it back then. But we do got to understand these guys are playing a kid's sport. And what we also have to understand is if you're not coming to work, if you're not playing the game to the highest level, how it was played in the past, then why do you deserve this money? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I don't believe they're making this kind of money. I just don't believe it. Somebody's going to have to convince me. But Wemby, you're going to have to... Guys, Wemby's going to have to be more consistent, man. This ain't no body of work. I'll give him his props. Monster numbers. He did his thing. Now, if you can show me... You ain't got to show me another triple-double. But damn, can you show me in a 5-game stretch where you can be consistent? Because I don't think you can. I don't think, not but shooting half of your threes, half of your shots from three. There's no way you can be consistent doing that. Just no way. Unless he really starts perfecting that, man. I'm talking. That's a lot of shots from three. You're taking 8 to, I don't know. Well, you take like 13 or 14 sometimes. So yeah, man, he's taking what it is. He needs to be taking more shots. If he's going to take that many threes, he needs to be taking more attempts so he can shoot more mid-range. Take some paints in the shot. Take some shots in the paint. Take some shots in the paint. He definitely should be getting more minutes. No less than 38. He's young. And look, that's another thing is about it. I don't know if he's going to make it, man. I don't know if he's going to make it. That's in this NBA, that running gun. I don't know if he's going to make it, man. He bumped knees with Anthony Davis the other day, and he went out the game for a little minute, and then he came back in and played the rest of the game, and I think they lost. But the next game he didn't show up. The next game he didn't show up. It's like, okay, man. I don't know if he's gonna make it, man. I'll be lucky if he makes it 3 years before you start seeing him, missing like half the season, a quarter of the season, all this. Guys, you gotta realize this guy is 7'4". 7'4". He's not 7'3". He's not 7'2". He's not 7 foot. He's not 6'9". This guy is 7'4". You saw what happened to Ralph Sampson. And as skinny as Ralph Sampson was, he still weighed more than Victor Wembanyama. So and the game wasn't that fast back then. Yes, the West was a little bit faster than the East back then, but no, no, not like this, folks. And this guy's running around the perimeter instead of just going down to the paint and posting up. And just that's going to take a lot of wear and tear off you right there if you just go down to the paint and post up and turn around and hit the bucket. I don't know what I guess this is just the way this guy played over there in Europe, because he won't take no for an answer. He's going to do it every single game regardless of what anybody says, that he's taking half of his shots from the three. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I want to give him. I don't know, man. Me, like I told you, I said the guy was going to come terrorize the league next year, and this was before the season ended. Because I'm looking at, man, this guy put up 20 points, and he only putting up like, what, I think he putting up 24, was it 24 or 23 this season. He should be grabbing 12 rebounds. He only grabbing 10. Yeah, but I thought he was going to start the season and just be a menace. I thought he was going to be a menace. I thought he would be, right now in the MVP running for real. I thought he would be putting up no less. I don't know, man. Look, LeBron put up something like in his rookie season. It was like 20 points. What was it? Was it like 4 and 5 or 5 and 6? Something like that on horrific shooting. But his second season, he comes back and he's putting up like 27, 7 and 6. Right? So I'm just saying it was a tougher league back then. I mean, it wasn't the 90s or nothing like that in 2003, but still 2003, 2004, but still LeBron put up better numbers than Wemby has already his second season. And this is a weaker no-touch era. I mean, I don't get it, man. These guys should be putting up just astronomical numbers compared to the slow pace of the 80s. You guys said these guys couldn't play. They were plumbers and just all this crazy stuff. And then when I look at Wemby, where's all these points, dude? You should be putting up no less than 28 a game. I don't understand. 12 rebounds, 4 blocks on 55% shooting. I mean, 50% would be like something you would think a power forward would be shooting. You got to shoot better than 50%. This guy is shooting like, what, 47, 48? I don't know, man. But yeah, that just spoils the whole thing, man. I thought I was going to be able to see Bronny in the in-season tournament, but somebody told me they got like a small chance. But I'm just wondering, how did the Lakers got a small chance? It says eliminated in the column. It says they got eliminated. So how did they have a... Oh, goodness. Well, the way this thing is going, it might be 2 awful teams in the in-season tournament championship. Yeah. Might be 2 bad teams. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Who knows? The Spurs might make it to the championship game. Who knows? All we know is the Pacers and the Lakers ain't gonna be there again. So that's gonna be great. Great. And I still don't think I'm gonna be watching it. I don't really care for that, man. I might watch the championship game now. Now, I watched last season the in-season tournament championship game, like the first half, and then I turned it off. I already knew what was up. The Lakers was dominating them in the first half, and the Pacers didn't even show up. Miles Turner, this dude's a sissy, man. Big sissy. Big sissy. So we'll see what happens. I heard Joker was stat padding. I ain't gonna say who said it, but they said Joker was stat padding. I mean, anybody could have figured that out. How's this center getting all these assists? I don't understand. Ain't like he got a bag. Ain't like he bringing the ball up. He's just stat padding like LeBron James. And getting all these triple doubles and doing all this. That's what I never understood. Like, you could take that effort right there and play defense. You could take those assists, and instead of getting them assists, give them to somebody else, and you could be getting 6 more points a game. I don't understand that. That's why I never understood about LeBron James. You want to be ball dominant, but you're a forward, and you don't even have a bag. You don't have any good handles. So all those seasons when you was averaging 7 assists and losing, right, like in the finals when he was going against Kevin Durant, Okay, put up 40 points per game, get you 12 rebounds, and like 3 assists. Who cares about that? The Cavs needed you to put points up on the board, not put assists up on the board. Use a fake Magic Johnson, and they could have won a lot of those series or come close if he would have went out there and put up the points in the no-touch era.